Trojans and the Greenville Green Wave. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. This is high school basketball from Greenville, Ohio. My name is Mark Bixler. We are certainly glad to be with you tonight. And it's good to be back in Ohio, having lived in Alabama the last over 3 years, having lived in Ohio all of my life up until that point. But it's good to be doing work back in Ohio. Of course, this is a videography production, videography based in Athens, Alabama. But we are now doing work in Ohio, serving the Mid-South and the Midwest. As you see the Troy Trojans starting lineup being introduced, and now the Green Wave of Greenville having their starting lineup introduced. But it's good to be back doing business in Ohio, as I said, formerly Woodington Enterprises Custom Videos. Of course, when I moved to Alabama to take a job in radio, we did away with the videotaping business. After being encouraged by some friends in Alabama to start up doing business again, we did so under the name of videography. And now we are in 3 states, working on several others to do work in. Of course, doing work in Ohio, Tennessee, and of course, Alabama. And if you have an item, a sporting event, or perhaps an event that you would like us to videotape, feel free to get in contact with us at 1, area code 205-230-0016. Again, area code 205-230-0016, or toll free at 1-800-230-5773, 1-800-230-5773. And if you know anybody who has a camcorder, as the Green Wave, check that, the Troy Trojans control the opening tip-off here tonight. Brian Dunn will run the show for the Trojans, but if you know of somebody who has a camcorder, they have a full-time job. That's what we're trying to find, is somebody who has a full-time job but wants to make a little extra money using that camcorder. We would like to contract them to do some work for us here in Ohio, as the Trojans miss their shot, and the Wave will bring it up court quickly. Justin Powell with the ball. The Wave turn it over. The Trojans quickly up court. No score. Opening minute of the ball game here tonight. Troy and Greenville, this Greater Miami Valley Conference game. But if you know somebody who would like to make a little extra money, the Trojans miss another shot, and the ball goes high, and the Trojans come up with it. Brian Dunn drives baseline, and a whistle and a foul called against the Wave. Nick House whistled for the foul. But you know somebody who would like to use their camcorder, we played just over a minute, make a little extra money, then give me a call. at the aforementioned numbers, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Green Wave. Played just over a minute and still no score here tonight. 1-800-230-5773, 1-800-230-5773, or 1-205-230-0016, 1-205-230-0016. Chris Enos is number 40, not Justin Powell. We'll make that correction here tonight. Troy with the ball, down 2-0 there in the opening quarter of play. Dunn pushes it off the 0-0 Kevin Dielman. Dielman hits the tray, 3-2. Troy leading it. House dishes it off, throws it out of bounds as he tries to get the ball to Nathan Hunt. Dielman puts the ball in play to Dunn. Dunn will bring it up court. The Wave applying pressure. Nick House supplying that pressure. Top of the key. Dishes it off right side wing. Jason Manson back to Dunn. McGarry gives it to Dielman. Dielman again with the tray. Won't go. The rebound to Troy, and the Wave comes up with it. Quickly up court. Myron. And it's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Trojans. 3-2 the score. Troy still leading the way. Opening quarter of play. My name is Mark Bixler. This is a videography production. Dunn quickly up court, right side. It is on the baseline. Inside it goes, and it will not fall, but Jason Manson picks or draws the foul, I should say. Brasinas with the foul. 3-2, 5.5 minutes left. Just under 5.5 minutes, actually. Manson hits the first of 2. He'll get the second. 4-2. Troy leading this over Greenville. Second free throw on the way. Bounces off the iron. House picks up the rebound quickly. Brings it up court. Aaron Shannon to House. Inside. Hunt spins around. Short. Tap. Troy with the rebound. Loose ball. Dunn comes up with it quickly up court. Check that. It's not Dunn. It's Manson. Now Dunn with it. Back to Manson. Set up the offense. Dunn with it now. Right side. Check that. Top of the key. Actually between the circles. Manson. Left side. Right side. It goes to McGarry. Jason Houp. Baseline jumper is good. Did not catch the number. But it is 6-2 Troy. Shannon is bumped out of bounds. A whistle and a foul is called against Troy. 6-2 is the score. The Trojans of Troy leading this by 4. We approach the halfway point here in this opening quarter of play. House loses it, but gets it back, and he's going to be called for over and back as it falls. It's across the midcourt stripe. No Troy Trojan apparently touched it. 6-2. Dielman putting the ball in play. 0-0 for the Trojans. And I do hope that we get names correct here tonight. I apologize if I do mispronounce any names. It is not intentional. Manson underneath. And the ball is loose, and it's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Trojans, I believe. They will put the ball in play underneath their own bucket. They're up by 4, 6-2 the score. Dielman puts it in play, the lob in the middle. And Manson, as he puts it on the floor, and we have a jump ball, and it'll belong to the Wave. They'll put the ball in play in front of the stage crew here at Greenville. Crew generally very animated. Not so tonight at this point so far. at least in years past. Grew up in the Dark County area. House with the tray. It is an air ball. The Wave saves it, but Troy comes up with it. Dealman quickly down court. And a whistle, and we're going to have a blocking foul called against the Wave. Nick House picks up the foul. Nick House, a 5'8" sophomore. So the Wave, a very young team at that. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors. Troy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors on the varsity. And actually, there's one less senior because Chris Enos, who's a junior, is wearing number 40. Place of Justin Powell, and a tip is good by 00 Kevin Dealman. This one, we're going to have a reaching in foul called against the Trojans. Brian Dunn, 5'9" sophomore, 3.5 minutes left. Opening quarter of play, 8-2. Troy over the Wave. Hunt gives the ball to Corey Jenkinson. Jenkinson with the ball. Off the key at the circle. Sean Myron. And it's off the rim, the tray, and a whistle, and we're going to have a foul called against Greenville. Corey Jenkinson, I believe, is going to be whistled for that foul. GMVC using 3 officials. And you have to think, as an official, they like that. Shannon dishes it off to Myron, lays it up and good. 8-4. Done. The Wave applying pressure. Jenkinson applying that pressure. And a double team. Dunn gives it off to Houp. Houp fires. I believe that was a tray. It was indeed. And it is 11-4. Myron goes right side. On the baseline. He fires. Well, it's short. Doesn't matter if it was a tray or a deuce. It was no good, but Myron bats it away. Shannon gives it up to Jenkinson, who now passes it to Myron. Right side. Inside it goes. Hunt. Baseline jumper. It takes a bounce. Will not go. And Dealman with the rebound. Quickly up court. Howe gets the bucket, and the Wave takes a timeout. Trailing with 2 minutes left, 13-4 in this opening quarter of play.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Dark County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Corey Jenkinson will bring it up court as the Wave with the ball after the timeout. Aaron Shannon with it. Penetrates, dishes it up toward the bucket, cannot get it to go. Dealman quickly down court. Jeff Davis gives it up to Howe. Back to Davis on the baseline. Haupt on the reverse. He's got it. 15-4. The Troy Trojans leading this. And I tell you what, I did not expect this. We figured this would be a good ball game. Thus far, it has not been. It has been all Troy as the Wave turns the ball over. Before the Christmas holiday, Greenville with 2 big wins over Northmont and the Salina Bulldogs. As the Trojans miss it, Aaron Shannon brings it up court. And it looked like the Wave was getting back on track. Troy has lost several close games this year. So we figured it would be a pretty good ball game. And a block shot, maybe that'll get something going for the Wave. Aaron Shannon brings it across the timeline. Lob down to Hunt. Hunt goes up with it, but he's fouled from behind, and it'll be 2 shots. Kevin Dielman is going to be whistled for that foul. 0-0. Maybe that'll get something going for the Wave. 47 ticks left on the clock. 15-6. Opening quarter of play, Troy up by 9. Hunt at the free throw line. He'll get a pair. The first one is off the front of the rim. Got to use that body, the entire body, get the body in motion using the legs and everything on free throws. A little more into it and gets this one. And it's 15-7. Dielman puts the ball in play to Davis. Back to Haupt. He'll bring it up court. Well, check that. He'll pass it to McGarry. Davis with the 3 will not go. Rebound to Troy, and the putback is good. Back to a 10-point Troy lead. 17-7. Jenkinson pushes it off, and it is out of bounds, and the Wave just unable to get anything going tonight. Trailing by 10, 17-7. And quite frankly, they came out flatter than a pancake. Sometimes a game over the holidays will do that. Doug Freeze has put together a few winning seasons here at Greenville, back to back. But this year off to a slow start. And it was anticipated to be a good season as a whistle and a foul. 1 second left here in this opening quarter. 17-7, Troy leading Greenville. We said the Wave expected to have a pretty good season this year, but we understand one of their key players went down with an injury before the season. Early in the season anyway. I believe it was before the season, and things just have not really fallen into place. And the long shot at the buzzer is no good. We've completed 1 quarter of play here at Greenville Senior, and it is 19-7. Troy over the Wave.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Second quarter underway here at Greenville Senior High School from Greenville, Ohio. My name is Mark Bixler. This is a videography production. The Trojans put the ball in play to start this second quarter, leading at 19-7. Thielman fires up the shot just inside the three-point line. He nails it, 21-7. Troy by 14. Whistle and a foul. It's going to be against Troy. Chris Myron with the ball, and it'll be put in play underneath their own bucket. The Wave will do that. Catch a glimpse of the Troy cheerleaders. Aaron Shannon will put the ball in play, and it is out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds off of Troy. It'll be Wave ball still. Down by 14, 21-7. Chris Canizero. Get up to Myron. Left side to Shannon. Inside it goes to... did not catch the number. But anyway, Nathan Hunt with the putback. I believe it may have been John McGreevy, and indeed I do believe it was. Whistle, and what do we have? Well, it's a turnover, nonetheless, against Troy. 21-9. Trojans leading Greenville, and Myron cannot hang on to it. The give, and the layup. Nathan Workman comes up with it, and it's a 23-9 lead. Shannon goes baseline. The fall-away jumper will not go. Thielman with the rebound. He looks down court, but nothing there. Quickly, well, they get it up court, and it is out of bounds, and it'll be... what do we have? Apparently a foul called against Sean Myron. I've been saying Chris Myron. My apologies. Sean Myron picks up the foul. Brian Dunn returning to the lineup for Troy. Rosinas and Nick House return to the lineup for the Green Wave. Dunn with the ball, left side top, gives it to Thielman, and flip pass across court. Dunn looks at the tray, decides not. Now Davis fires it, cannot get it to go. Shannon with the long rebound, and he'll bring it. Well, he passes it off to Nick House. McGreevy could not get it to go, and the Troy Trojans bring it down. They fire it up and in, and the Wave not playing defense. They did not get back, and they had plenty of time to get back. The offensive, the Trojan took his time to the bucket, but a whistle and a foul. Jason Manson picking up the foul. Quite honestly, I'm a little disappointed in the Wave defense. 25-9 the score. The Wave coming out very flat, but I tell you what, Troy taking advantage of that. They've built a 16-point lead here early in the second quarter of play. 25-9 the score. My name is Mark Bixler. This is a videography production, and we certainly hope that you enjoy tonight's ball game. Although if you're a Wave fan, it's not been enjoyable thus far, as Hunt his free throw off the front of the rim. However, if you're a Troy Trojan fan, it's been very enjoyable. Senior team race out to a 16-point lead. Hunt will try and trim that to 15, and he cannot. It's off the front of the rim. It's like he's usually, that's a sign of fatigue. Done with the tray, won't go. Thielman, the offensive board, the reverse, 27-9. Now an 18-point Troy lead. Nazaro gives it off to Shannon. House, the baseline jumper, will not go. And it is blocked out of bounds. I believe that was Thielman who got that block. Shannon will put the ball in play underneath their own bucket. He gives it to Hunt. House looks at the tray, decides not. And Nazaro with the double, or with the deuce. And a whistle and a foul. Or what? I'm not exactly sure what that call was, but nonetheless, it's a turnover. And Nick House will get it across the timeline. Shannon out top, penetrates the lane, dishes it back to House. And who is batted out of bounds? Who will it belong to? And they say Troy ball. So Troy will put the ball in play on the far side. Go, Troy! 27-11, 16-point lead for the Trojans of Troy, dressed in red, trimmed in white. The Wave dressed in white, trimmed in green. Barry with the ball, dishes it off to Davis. Check that, Houck with the triple. Three-point goal by Houck makes it 30-11. 19-point Troy lead. Hunt spins around. It's short. And what do we have? Christina's picking up the foul. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for the Trojans. We're glad to be with you tonight. Of course, videography based in Alabama. However, we are glad to be back doing business in Ohio. This time, as we said, as videography. Formerly operating a business in Ohio under the name Woodington Enterprises Custom Videos. Now based in Athens, Alabama. As I said, it's good to get back to Ohio every once in a while. And we take the opportunity whenever we can. Corey Jenkinson goes left side, cannot find anything, so he comes back out top. Canizaro gives it up to Jenkinson. Jenkinson will set up shop once again. 30-11. Shannon with the ball. Troy with the 19-point lead. Hunt spins, whistle, and a foul. .350 left here as Troy with the lead, and I apologize a few minutes ago for a few seconds ago. with the 1-1. They'll get the back end of it. Greenville quickly brings it up court. And a whistle and a foul. Gets the front end. The back end is also good. McGarry gives it out top to Dunn. Check that, Davis. And whistle and a 5-second count, a turnover. That gives the ball back to the Green Wave. And a whistle and a foul, and I believe it's going to be called against Greenville. Darren Rack with the foul. And a timeout is called with the score with 3:12 left here in this opening half of play, 33-14.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
19-point lead for the Trojans. Trying to add to that, and they do. It's up to a 20-point lead as Jeff Davis gives them that. I gave credit to him just a few moments ago for a shot, and I believe it was Jason Houck, actually, that should have been accredited that. Hunt inside, gets it to go. But the Wave fall asleep defensively and don't get anybody back. And a layup for the Trojans. House. Check that, Jenkinson running the show for the Wave. Right side baseline. Jim Grimsley. Tries to go baseline and fire up the shot. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two, though. Grimsley's first free throw is on the way. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Second free throw, it spins off, won't go. The rebound to the Wave, and who got that? It doesn't really matter at this point. We'll find out in just a moment, but a foul is called against Troy. Pat McGarry has whistled for it. 2:35. It's a 20-point lead, 36-16 for the Trojans. 2:39, actually, I believe, is time left. Again, off the back of the iron. And I believe that's John McGreevy at the line. Second free throw again. And a violation called against the Green Wave. So it wouldn't have mattered if it went in or not. Would not have counted. Dillman goes baseline to Davis. Davis brings it back around to Dillman right side. Now to Houck on the baseline. He penetrates the lane, fires it up, kisses it off the glass. A pretty shot. Jason Houck. 38-16. And it is deflected away off of Troy. It'll be Greenville ball. They'll put the ball in play on the far side. Sean Myron feeling a little bit the brunt of that. But he's okay, and he'll take the pass as the Wave put it in play. Grimsley fires the shot, and a whistle and a foul. What I was referring to earlier, something that I did. I have a button on my microphone that is a cough button, and it's supposed to deaden things like that. However, it's not working. I just found that out. Grimsley's free throw will not go, and the rebound to Dillman. Out walks it up court. Troy with a big lead. (38-16). Wortman to Dillman. He fires it. He's got it. And it's 40-16. 24-point lead for the Trojans. Tipped. And it is knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Wave. Again, they'll put the ball in play on their own bucket. Troy wanting a ball tipped, but clearly that was out of bounds off of Troy. Some of the players signaling to the official that it was tipped by a Wave player, but clearly off of the hands of Troy. Myron gives the ball up to Troy on the turnover. Davis for a three. 43-16. Who would have thought it? An offensive foul, a charge called. McGarry taking that. Chris Canizaro picking up the charge, the offensive foul. Troy will put the ball in play underneath the Wave basket here. Second quarter. Gives it up to Houck. Houck, top of the key. Gives it to Dealman, left side wing. Goes to Davis. He'll bring it out top to set the offense up again. Fires it down to Houck. Inside it goes to Workman. He cannot get it to go, but Troy picks up the rebound. Time running down. Inside it goes to McGarry for the layup. And time expires here in this second quarter of play with the score Troy 45, Greenville 16.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Third quarter of play. Greenville just not, well, quite bluntly, they're not playing worth crap tonight. A game we did not expect, at least in the first half, but the Wave coming out, making it 45-18. It's the second half underway now, third quarter. Defined as an announcer, I don't pull any punches. Shannon tried to take the charge there just a moment ago, and a whistle and a foul is called, and it's going to be against Troy. No question. Troy able to take a 29-point lead at the half. 45-16. There's no doubt that Greenville can come back and do the same thing. But they're going to have to come out and play with a lot more of intensity, intensity than they did in the first half. If Troy plays with just half the intensity they played in the first half, they can hang on for the 29-point lead. The 29-point win as the ball is deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Troy ball. Dunn beats the pressure by the Green Wave, and Shannon strips the ball out of bounds off of Shannon. Dunn going in for the layup. Dealman will put the ball in play underneath his own bucket. 45-18. Troy leading this. But even if the Wave were able to come back, you have to feel that they would probably run out of gas before it's all said and done, as Dealman is whistled for traveling. 29 points is an awful lot to come back from. Just ask the Virginia Cavaliers in the second round of the NIT preseason tournament against the Ohio U Bobcats, trailing by as many as 21. Cavs made a furious comeback, cutting it to, I believe, 4 points, only to see OU pull away in the end, take the win. Shannon will will bring it up court quickly across the timeline. Pulls up top of the key. Now penetrates the lane. Goes up, pumps twice. He's got it. Quickly the Wave do get back though. Thielman gives the ball up to Howe. Thielman now baseline. It goes to Dunn. Dunn again goes baseline, and a whistle and a foul, and I believe we're going to have a foul called against Nick House. So even if Greenville were to make a comeback, they would probably run out of gas, and Troy, at this point, you have to think they have a very distinct edge in this game. They have the lead. Hunt cannot get it to go, and the Trojans quickly bring it down court. Out. Gives it up to Jason Manson. To Dunn, who will set up shop. Baseline to Howe. Aaron Shannon on him. He forces him to go baseline. He pulls up for the jumper. He's got it. Shannon takes it in for the layup. Thielman tries to go baseline and tries to dish it in. It goes all the way out to Howe. Now back to Dunn, and he'll set up the offense. Thielman on the wing, left side. Gives it up to Howe. Howe now brings it right side to Thielman. Goes baseline, cut off, and it is nearly stolen by Shannon. Thielman, the baseline jumper, cannot get it to go, and a whistle and an over-the-back call is going to be called on Nathan Wortman against John McGreevy. And a timeout called. It's a 25-point lead with 4:22 left. 47-22 Troy over Greenville.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
John McGreevy will put the ball in play for the Trojans. He gives it to Shannon. He'll bring it up court. 47-22. Troy, as we approach the 4-minute mark here in this third quarter of play. Hunt with it, right side wing, goes baseline, fires the jumper. Bingo. 47-24. So the Wave now gets it to 23 points after having trailed by 29 at the half. Shannon with the rebound. He'll bring it up court, down by 23. He's at the top of the key, goes left side. Myron with the base or the left side jumper, he's got it. 3-point goal, and it's 47-27. So the lead now 10, and the Wave applying all kinds of full court pressure. Out with the baseline jumper, will not go. Myron gets the rebound, and he races up court across the midcourt stripe. Fires it right side, House. House goes baseline, tries to go baseline, inside to Hunt. Spins around, he's got it. It's an 18-point lead, so the Wave making a charge here tonight. 47-29. Whistle and a foul called, and I believe it's going to be an illegal pick. Manson picks up the foul, and I believe that's exactly what it was an illegal pick. Just over 3 minutes left, 47-29. Third quarter of play, 18-point lead, whistle, and we're going to have an offensive foul. Nathan Hunt questioning it, but no question he had room to come down, and then he just leaned into the defensive player. That's one of those offensive fouls that you like to see as an official because it's easy to call. With the ball, leading at 47-29. They have scored only 2 points here in this third quarter. Dunn, top of the key. Gives it up to Manson. Manson spins in, loses it, but gets it back. Firing up a tray is Dunn, and he's got it. And that puts an end to the run by the Wave. Greenville had outscored Troy 13-2. The first 5 minutes here tonight in the third quarter. Well, Troy maybe got by with a kicking the ball there. I'd say they definitely did. And a foul is called against Greenville. So the Trojans catch a break there. 50-29. It's back to a 21-point lead for Troy. They have a chance to extend it here. John McGreevy replacing Aaron Shannon. Dunn's free throws off the front of the rim. He'll get a second one though. 50-29 the score. Trojans of Troy leading the Greenville Green Wave here tonight. Second one kisses in and out, but the follow is good. And now Troy going on a 5-0 run here. Making it 52-29 and a turnover. So now things starting to turn around for the Trojans. Going back to the same old for the Wave in this second half. Canizero tries to get the ball to, I believe, House or Jenkinson. Couldn't tell for sure. I believe it's Jenkinson. Turns the ball over, and the Wave now getting a little sloppy with their ball handling, and Troy takes it down, and Dunn will go to the line again. 23-point lead for Troy with a minute 48 left here in the third quarter. 52-29. Check out Brian Dunn. His free throw is good. 53-29 the score. Troy leading this Greater Miami Valley Conference game over the Wave. He gets the back end. Second free throw as well. Back end of the two-shot foul as layup by the Wave. Myron gets it. Hunt with the rebound. 54-31. 23-point lead. Myron with the ball. In some trouble, but he gives it up to Jenkinson, and the ball is deflected. Troy comes up with it. And a behind-the-back pass. Shoddy one at that. And traveling is called against Jason Howe. May have been a shoddy one, but it got the job done. At least it got to the player. I'll put it that way. A minute 14 left. 54-31. Troy leading this. Myron with the ball for Greenville. Top the key. Now goes left side, and he goes in. And what do we have? Traveling. The call. Troy will put the ball in play in front of the stage crew. They've been rather quiet tonight. Quite frankly, no reason to cheer. With the ball, right side. Now he goes in between the circles. Left side to Dealman. Davis. And the ball goes inside, and we'll have to check the number. I believe it's Manson. And I'm not sure what the call was. I believe maybe 3 seconds. Nonetheless, the Wave will put the ball in play. They'll bring it up court, trailing 54-31. They scored nearly as many points in this quarter as they did the entire first half. McGreevy dishes it out to Shannon. Will not go. And a loose ball. Troy, check that. The Wave comes up with it again loose. Shannon. Oh, nice pass by Shannon to Nathan Hunt. With a pretty pass to Nathan Hunt. 54-31 the score. Third quarter of play. Troy leading this GMBC game over the Greenville Green Wave. Hunt's first free throw on the way, and it rims off. With an opportunity to trim it to 21, but they will fail to do so. Now they'll try to get it to 22. Second one on the way. Will not go again. The Wave with the rebound, and this time it will not go again. There is a lid on that basket, I swear. At least Greenville would think so anyway. And traveling the call against Troy. Doug Freeze of the Wave would have to think that there's a lid on the basket, and it was placed there by Barry Egan at halftime. Nathan Hunt with the final bucket of the quarter for the Green Wave. We've completed 3 quarters here at Greenville Senior High School. It's a 21-point lead for Troy, 54-33.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. and by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Troy will put the ball in play here in this final quarter of play. They lead it by 21, 54-33. McGarry gives the ball to Howe, to Davis, to Dunn, right side baseline. He'll bring it to the wing. Now penetrates the lane, fires it up. He's got it. 56-33, back to a 23-point lead for Troy. I like the fact that the GMBC has gone to a three-man crew of officials. The Wave making the bucket makes it 56-35, and a near steal, and almost another steal. Troy gets it across the timeline. Davis gives it up to Howe. Now Dunn will set up the offense. 56-35. Inside to Thielman. Underneath it goes to Howe. He lays it off the glass on the reverse. 58-35, Troy. And it is taken away by the Trojan defense. Out. Three-pointer. Brian Dunn with that triple. Three-point goal by Dunn. And it's now 61 points for the Trojans. 35 for the Wave. Shannon with the tray. Off the side of the iron. Myron with the rebound. Back to Shannon. Inside it goes to Hunt. The spin move. He's got it. 61-37. Dunn will set up the offense now. Out. Left side wing. Gives it up to Thielman. Top of the key. Thielman looks inside. Now he'll bring it back out and gives the ball up to Howe on the left wing. Davis. Out top it goes to Thielman. Underneath. Davis cannot get it to go. It bounces off the heel of the rim. And the Wave brings it up court. House, left side. Baseline, it goes to Shannon. Shannon. And it is out of bounds off of Greenville. It'll be Troy ball. 61-37 the score. Now fires it up the middle, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Picking up the foul. The Troy Trojans will put the ball in play on the far side, about midcourt. And a timeout is called as the Trojans having trouble getting the ball in. So with 5:15 left here, it's 61-37 Troy over Greenville.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Again, Troy will attempt to put the ball in play on the far side about midcourt. They do so to Kevin Dielman. Howe dishes it out, but he's fouled as he's dishing it out. To the left side baseline. Darren Rack is whistled for the foul. Troy puts the ball in play underneath their own bucket. Houck with the ball. Left side top. Hands the ball off to Dunn. Top of the key. He is, or between circles actually, he is fouled. I believe Corey Jenkinson picking up that foul. Needless to say, Brian Dunn will make another trip to the line. With a 1-and-1 as 5 minutes even left here in this final quarter of play. 61-37 the score. Troy over the Green Wave of Troy, or Green Wave of Greenville rather. Gets the first one. 62-37 the score. Quite honestly, I am very surprised at the way this game has gone thus far. We expected a close game. Corey Jenkinson loses it out of bounds. However, it apparently went off of Troy. We expected a close game. It has not happened. McGreevy on the baseline jumper. And a foul called against McGarry. 1-and-1, or check that, 2 shots for the Wave. McGreevy off the front of the rim. And I hate to say it, I've seen so many free throws tonight from Greenville that has just kissed off the front, which is a sign usually of fatigue. And a whistle is done, brings a, check that, that's not done, that's out. So he gets it across the timeline. Nick House picking up the foul. (63-38), 4:44 left on the clock. First free throw's good. 64-38. Gets it across the timeline, backs up for 3. He's got it. 64-41. It's back to a 23-point game. Trojans get it across the timeline. Dunn will set up the offense. Come out and played with more intensity here in the second half, but hard to dig yourself out from a 29-point hole. The layup is good by the Trojans, making it 66-40, or check that, 65-41. And we're now carrying the ball. A 25-point Troy lead, 65-41 over the Green Wave of Greenville. Hauk. Has the ball slapped from behind. Myron with the ball, left side. The lob too tall for the 6'7" senior Nathan Hunt. Dunn goes left side. Davis, baseline, Hauk with it. Hauk goes right side wing now to Davis. Baseline, Dunn, and the ball is deflected. However, Davis comes up with it. Dielman back out top to Hauk. Dunn with the ball, in some trouble. Finds Dielman inside, and a whistle is called. John McGreevy is called for the foul. Corey Jenkinson coming in to replace Nick House. (67-41). 3:13 left here in this final quarter of play. (45-16) was the halftime score. 69-41. So really the two teams have played even up here in the second half. And a blocking foul is called against Dielman. And as you can tell, as you hear, some fans from Troy not liking that call, but I'll be quite honest, there was a little bit of movement he gave. Dielman gave a little bit with that play, and that's why he got called for it. Gave up his spot. And the Trojans nearly come up with a steal as the Wave nearly throw it away, but what really was a broken play ended up a good play for the Wave. 67-43. Very sloppy play though, but nonetheless, the Wave managed to score out of it. And the foul is called against Grimsley. (67-43). It's a 24-point lead for Troy. Davis's first free throw is good. Second one on the way. He's got it as well. Check that, I believe it is 71-43 now. Nice pass inside, but Hunt trying to dribble, loses it. Dunn lays it off the glass. He's got it. McGreevy gives it up to Jenkinson, right side. Jenkinson cannot get it to go, and now we're in a ragtag ball game as Manson lays it off the glass and through. Now, if there was any hope, it's over now for the Wave. Check that, Wortman with the layup. And Greenville's Doug Free says, wait a second, hang on. 2:03 left, 77-43 Troy.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Greenville will put the ball in play. They trail by 34 points. 77-45 now as Chris Enos gets the layup. Under 2 minutes left. And it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Troy. They'll put the ball in play in front of their own bench. 77-45 the score. As wholesale substitutions take place for Troy. Number 20, I believe that may be Billy Fitz-Wilson.
Might be a better matchup.
Simply playing a fantastic ball game tonight, and Greenville after looking as if they were going to get things together a couple weekends ago. 78-45, a minute and a half left. Wins, back-to-back wins over Northmont and Salina. Both teams with winning records. They were manhandled by Sydney last week. Now manhandled by Troy tonight. House fires it, cannot get it to go, and what do we have? I believe we're going to have a foul called against Troy. The foul. Nick House goes to the line. He'll get two. Free throws in and out. He'll get a second one though. Trying to cut it to 32. 78-46. And we're going to have an intentional foul called. So Troy will get two shots and the foul, and the ball rather. Or 12, I believe it's 42, Joe Maurer. Gets them both. 80-46. Minute 18 left here in this final quarter of play. Greenville just wanting the time to end and put themselves out of the misery. The layup is good. 82-48. And carrying the ball against House. Second time this quarter he's gotten caught doing that. Turnover gives the ball back to Troy. Foul called against against Greenville. John McGreevy picking up the foul. .46, just over a minute left. Zero with it. 4:48. And it's out of bounds, belonging still to Troy. Under a minute left here in this final quarter of play. The shot is blocked, and it still belongs to Troy. .48. Inbounds, it goes to Massengill. The triple off the side of the iron, knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Greenville. 84-48, 32 ticks left on the clock. And the steal. And it goes out of bounds, belonging to Greenville. John McGreevy will put the ball in play. And as you see, players tugging on their shorts, so maybe there is something to the fact that fatigue has set in, and a good pickoff. Good defensive play by Troy. Massengill goes in for the layup, and he's fouled. He'll get two. Good defensive play by Jason Massengill. 12 seconds left. It's 84-48. I would have never thought Troy would win this game by 26 points. Nothing against the Troy Trojans. But as I have said, alluded to earlier, it appeared that Greenville had gotten their house in order after struggling early in the year with back-to-back wins over good programs in Northmont and the Salina Bulldogs. The Bulldogs guided by Steve Fenorwood, the former coach of Ottoville. And Ottoville, of course, now coached by the former coach at Northmont, Jeff McMillan. Inside, Chris Enos. Say he cannot get it to go. However, he is fouled under 10 seconds left. Chris Enos will go to the line, getting a pair. Gets the first. Second on its way, and he's got it. So the Wave reached 50 tonight. It didn't look like they were going to after only scoring 16 points in the first half. And the shot at the buzzer is no good. And the final score, Troy winning it by 34 points, 84-50. My name is Mark Bixler. It's been a pleasure being with you tonight. Once again, the final score, Troy 84, Greenville 50. So long, everybody.